Plus, ending the consent decree, the federal government will no longer oversee efforts to reform the police department. Louisville's federal consent decree has been dropped by the U.S. Department of Justice.
The DOJ today announced it was dismissing lawsuits against both the Louisville and Minneapolis police departments, and investigations into several other police departments around the country will end. But today, Louisville's mayor and LMPD's chief say the goal to reform is not over as they set out their own plan for change.
And WLKY's Alexis Matthews joins us live from Metro Hall. Alexis, where does the city plan to go from here?
Well, Jennifer, Rick, it was referred to as historic and a new day in Louisville just 6 months ago, inside Metro Hall, when Louisville Metro leaders and members of the Justice Department announced that they had finalized a 242-page federal consent decree to transform Louisville police. Now today, that momentum is still not gone, even with federal consent decrees being dropped, because the mayor plans to implement a local reform agreement.
While this is not the outcome we hoped for when we stood right here in December and announced the decree, it is an outcome that we have planned for.
A bomb drop on Wednesday as the U.S. Department of Justice announced plans to dismiss Louisville's consent decree. This after years-long investigations of Louisville police, uncovering of discriminatory patterns and practices, and months of reform negotiations. And while the Metro's framework to correct LMPD will no longer have court-ordered federal oversight, Mayor Craig Greenberg promises the same results with a local consent decree called Community Commitment.
It incorporates all of the objectives previously included and negotiated in the consent decree and puts in place the accountability and transparency measures needed to continue building trust and improving public safety throughout all of Louisville.
Like the federal agreement, this consent decree has a 5-year or less time period to achieve LMPD's improvement goals, and an independent monitor will be hired to assess the department's compliance with the requirements in the agreement. The chief vows that there will be consequences if they do not.
If we fail, I'll get fired. That's how this works. I'm an appointed employee, so I'll lose my job.
While firings are not the goal of the local consent decree, transformation of LMPD and constitutional policing is. And the community will play an instrumental role in that progress. They'll have a say in the independent monitor selection process through engagement and listening sessions. And they'll also have a seat on the Community Safety Commission, the stakeholder group given regular updates by the independent monitor.
We are well on our way, and with this community commitment, Louisville's consent decree, we will make even more steps forward on a rapid basis.
Now, this local consent decree will go forward if a judge rules to dismiss Louisville's federal agreement. But not everyone is fully on board with local action. Coming up at 6, I talked to some city and state leaders who are leery. Live in downtown Louisville, I'm Alexis Matthews, WLKY News.
And reaction has been pouring in all day. Some city and state officials say they are not surprised, but they are frustrated with the DOJ's plans. They are vowing to keep up the fight.
I think it's bad news because people wanted something to believe in, and this is independent of the mayor and the police chief. People wanted to believe in their government at a federal level, and I think they're disappointed, and I think they are fair to do so. I am intrigued and determined to stay connected to the process as it goes along, because at the end of the day, change moves at the speed of relationships, and if we cannot rebuild relationships between the different institutions in our community, this is going to fail.
Now, as we mentioned, the DOJ is also scrapping the consent decree that it had with Minneapolis. Vicki is here now to explain how Minneapolis and additional cities are being impacted by the Justice Department's decision. Vicki?
Rick, Minneapolis officials also said today that the City Hall will move forward with expansion reforms spelled out in their consent decree, even though the DOJ is ending the agreement. The Minneapolis Police Department is already operating under a similar agreement with the Minnesota Human Rights Department. The mayor said this morning that DOJ's decision today would not change their plans for reform in the police department.
We will make sure that we are moving forward with every sentence of every paragraph of both the settlement around the Minnesota Department of Human Rights as well as the consent decree. The bottom line is this: People should expect us to do this work. People have been demanding for years that we do this work, and we're not going to let them down.
The DOJ is also closing investigations for the following local police departments: Phoenix, Trenton, Memphis, Mount Vernon, Oklahoma City, and Louisiana State Police. The DOJ says it will still continue to support local police departments across the country, including through grants and technical assistance. Rick?
Thanks, Vicki. Well, the initial DOJ investigation came following the outcry after police killed Breonna Taylor. Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, released a statement saying that she is upset and says the city deserves true reform. You can read her entire statement and more on the consent decree right now at WLKY.com.